ที่ดีที่สุดในชีวิตหากมีวันที่ฉันอยู่มีอยู่ใจของเธอฝันคงจบและสิ่งที่ดีคงหมดหากได้เจอหนึ่งกำลังใจที่ยิ่งใหญ่ไม่ลืมได้ขอบคุณที่รักกันขอบคุณทุกครั้งที่คอยกอดฉันในวันที่ปัญหาเธอจงเข้ามาใส่จะตอบแทนความรักที่ฉันได้จากเธอยังไงต้องรู้ดีว่าไม่พอแต่ขอทำดีที่สุดสักวันหนึ่งฉันอาจต้องหลงอยู่ใครจะรู้กว่าที่เธอไปด้วยกันอยู่ก็ไม่หวั่นกลัวเท่าไรวันที่ฉันรออยู่ไม่มีอยู่ใจของเธอฝันคงจบและสิ่งที่ดีคงหมดหากได้เจอมีกำลังใจที่ยิ่งใหญ่ไม่ลืมได้
now there's only 2 people left. I will once we sit down.
Cheer
like to take a pause here to arrive and to appreciate this opportunity to gather today. We haven't had this opportunity for a couple of years, so it's really a special moment. So we would really like to celebrate and honor this dynamic group of unique individuals. So I invite you to just get comfortable in your chair. If you're comfortable closing your eyes or just looking downwards. Just letting yourself sit quietly and at ease, allowing the body to be relaxed, your breath natural, your heart open. And beginning with a practice of gratitude by feeling how year after year you've cared for your own life. And now letting yourself acknowledge all that has supported you in this care. With gratitude, remembering the people, the places, the earth and all its living creatures, the sky and the sea, the air and the water, for all their joyful blessings every day. With gratitude, recognizing the care and labor of the generations before us, allowing us to be here right now. Gratitude for family and friends. For the health we have been given. For the teachings and lessons we've been given. Gratitude for the life we have been given. And now shifting our intention to the cultivation of joy, continuing to breathe gently, bringing to mind someone you care about, someone it's easy to rejoice for. Picture them and finding the natural joy you have for their well-being, their happiness, and success. With each breath offering your grateful, heartfelt wishes. May you be safe, healthy, and happy. May you be at ease and live in peace. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be free and joyful. And now perhaps shifting these grateful, heartfelt wishes to others in this room, farther away, across the globe. Those you may know well, or maybe perhaps not so well, and offering them these grateful, heartfelt wishes. And now, as we near the end of this practice, perhaps bringing these feelings of gratitude and joy into the next moments of the day, feeling ourselves grounded here, our feet on the floor, the seats in the chair, feeling the whole body here in this moment, and taking a couple of deeper breaths, and then gently opening the eyes if they've been closed. And perhaps looking around, acknowledging others, perhaps giving a smile. I want to thank you for taking the time to connect. And now I'd like to invite Crew John to the stage to formally begin the graduation ceremony for the class of 2022.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the graduation ceremony of the United World College Thailand class of 2022. those of you who drove 5 minutes, and for those of you that spent 72 hours journeying from all the far reaches of the world, we are very appreciative that you are here. And for everybody on the live stream, good morning, good evening, good night from wherever you are in the world. Thank you for joining us. Today is a great celebration of everything the class of 2022 has achieved here in our school, in the wider community of Phuket and across Thailand. It is also a celebration that, as you now leave our school, you join the wider UWC community. A community that has over 60 years of history, 60,000 alumni, volunteers and supporters, amazing people like you having a real positive impact on the world. You get to join that community and become part of a much bigger movement. I hope you embrace those opportunities and connections that are available to you as UWC alumni. In a world that desperately needs your leadership, your drive and your commitment. We are very privileged that our first speaker tonight is a key part of the UWC movement. Dr. Masinthi Kanyora, who has been chair of the UWC International Board since 2019, and she would like to share some thoughts with all of us.
Community of UWC School in Thailand. My name is Masinthi Kanyora and I'm the chair of the International Board of UWC, and I'm so delighted that you invited me to join in the celebrations of the graduating students of 2022. I am really privileged to be part of congratulating you for your resilience as students who have had to study during the time of COVID, and also as students who have had to travel from far and come to this place to be together and to embark on an education for peace, which is what we are called to do as the UWC community. I recently had the privilege of meeting your head of school, Laurel Ramirez, and also the chair, Nicola Apham, in Singapore. And our conversation together gave me a picture of the privilege that you have as students who are studying not just in a 2-year school, but in a school where you are able to see young students from the age of 2 until your very age as the graduates. Meaning for me that you have had the privilege of understanding what it is to create a movement and a community where you pass on what you have learned to younger ones. And I hope that as you graduate, one of the things that you will think about is how can you influence the 2-year-old student that you saw in the school the year that you are graduating. What will what you do impact on him or her? I think that that's a great privilege for you as the students who are graduating in this school, to think of how you grow and pave a way for the next students that will not only come from the school in Thailand, but will also be present in other of the 17 schools of which you are a part of. I visited Singapore a few months ago before your graduation, and one of the topics that we talked about is who we are together as a movement. And I said to the participants there something that I would like to also say to you. To be a movement in UWC is not just about you being part of the UWC of Thailand school or any other school for that matter. To be a movement is that as you graduate, you will think of what brought you to Thailand, which for us in the UWC is education that makes you responsible citizens who pursue peace. That you will think about it and you will ask questions of how can you be an ambassador for peace going forward. And you, the graduating students today, you graduate at a time when you know what war looks like. Because I think that there is not one among you who is unaware of the war that is going on in Ukraine or in other parts of the world where some of you may have come from. And so I urge you that you will be ambassadors of peace as you graduate. I urge you today, as you celebrate the work that you have done, that you realize you are only at the beginning of becoming that responsible student that this school has been forming you. I urge you to think of the volunteer work that your board members have been doing under the chair of the board, Nicola, and to think of what volunteer possibility that you might have even as you graduate. You have had many opportunities to have projects of volunteering. You've had many opportunities, and specifically for you in the School of Thailand, of having so many wonderful outdoor programs. Those programs were not just for nothing or for you, but they have prepared you to connect what it means to be healthy in body, in mind, and in spirit. Because when we concentrate on the wholesome healthiness, we become aware of our responsibilities to take care of ourselves, but also our responsibilities to take care of others close to us. So I urge you as you graduate to be responsible citizens who look after your own mental health, your own physical health, your own spiritual health, and that you strive every day to ask, how is my neighbor feeling? How can I be able to bring peace in his or her heart, in his or her mind? And how can I forever commit not just to being an individual, but to being part of a community, of my family, of my society, of my country, and of the world? Because that is what you have been trained to do in this school in Thailand. I congratulate you as you graduate, and I join others in sending you to your next level of education with gratitude, with humility, and with enthusiasm, because you are well formed and you will live up to what you signed up and what you did in this school. Congratulations, the graduating students of 2022.
Thank you, Mr. Lee. As you look forward to taking your place as UWC alumni, it's also great to look back. And there's a few people who can't be with us tonight who also want to share their congratulations with you.
Congratulations, class of 2022. You made it. One more walk across the stage to collect your diploma, and you did exactly what you set out to do. Continue making the world a more peaceful, more sustainable, and more mindful place after you leave this special place called UWC Thailand. And I wish you all the best in the future. Take care.
Congratulations, class of 2022. You did it. Go out into the world and make a difference.
Congratulations, class of 2022. You all worked so hard and you deserve this, and I'm so proud of all of you. I miss you all so much.
Congratulations, everyone. Well done. You made it. I'm wishing you every success. And just remember, be kind to yourselves out there.
From here in Norway, I am very proud of what you've achieved, and I look forward to hearing great things about you in your future. Take care.
Oh my gosh, you guys are congratulations! I'm so grateful wherever you be in this world. You keep happy, healthy, and safe. Keep in touch with each other and go off and conquer the world.
Hi guys, to say congratulations to all of you. You guys made it. I'm very proud of you.
Hey guys, congratulations! You did it! I'm so proud of you. kidding. Hey guys, congratulations. Hey guys, congratulations on graduating. I'm so proud of all of you. I love you guys, I miss you guys, and I'm so grateful that we crossed paths. Just remember to always be nice, always be kind, always show love to people. You never know who's gonna need it. Don't forget your UWC family because they're amazing and I'll never forget them because they got me through a lot and probably the most caring and loving school I've ever been to. Go celebrate and good luck in the future. Sending you all my love. So happy for you guys. Congratulations.
I'm so proud of you all. 5 years no easy task and UWC Thailand was challenging and demanding. You can ask any of those second years. But you guys did it. Well done. I'm incredibly proud of you. And especially a shout out to Sue and my mum. It was my privilege to see you both grow into the fine gentleman you are today. And I'm very honored. Chat.
Herzlichen Glückwunsch, you guys did it. You probably had the most challenging start in UWC that one could imagine, and you've come so far. I'm so proud of you. Don't forget to bring home some UWC t-shirts, and more importantly, take this incredible energy that you guys have and spread it wherever you go. Remember the support of your friends and this amazing community is so special. And give each other lots and lots of hugs in the next days because we will miss them so much. I wish you all the best and good luck. I miss you guys.
Hello from the Netherlands, and congratulations, you guys did it! We are all so proud of you and everything you've accomplished. We hope you had the most amazing experience at UWC, whether it was long nights at the beach or walks to green shop or any other little thing that makes our school so special and unique.
Hi everyone, how are you? Just want to congratulate you on these past 2 phenomenal, incredible, tough, challenging past 2 IB years, and you all deserve this awesome graduation. I'm sure you're celebrating very well indeed.
I'm so proud of you guys and I miss you so much. And if you're ever in need, call me. I would love to see you. I'm so proud of you guys.
Well done on finishing this on
And don't let life come easy. Don't forget to bring all of your UWC memories with you because these are memories that will last a lifetime. Love you.
It's the typical class of 2021. 8 of them missed the deadline, 18 of them asked for an extension, and 1 of them asked if they could hand it in next week and still be included in graduation. Yes, are there any 21s in the house? That's good. If you're online, we do miss you deeply, but you're rubbish at deadlines. To really kick this off, I'm going to ask Stuart to come to the stage to get this party started.
face, your greatest fears. You're shivering, you're trembling, it's pouring in, so come back in. Oh no, don't go out my leg goes. What if I can't let go? What if I come back home, back home? Oh no, don't go out my leg goes. What if I can't let go? What if I come back home, back home? Oh no. Cause I wanna move out, I don't wanna move on.
Thank you, Stuart. What a beautiful tribute to your class. Dear UWC Thailand students, class of 2022, invited guests, governance and leadership team members, teachers, boarding host parents, friends, and most importantly, the wonderful parents present in our audience and the family and friends joining us online. Thank you for being here for this momentous day for our grade 12 students. I've been thinking a lot about change lately. For the parents in the room and online, you might share in loving memories of your now grown children when they were little, learning to walk, their first words, or their Legos all over the floor, as Stuart has reminded us. These precious moments as parents stay with us, even when our children grow. As Musimbi shared, our students were chosen to join UWC and were tasked with seizing a life-changing opportunity. Many of our students came from very far away to join us here, and that has changed our lives. And in turn, we have surely changed theirs as well. Change is constant in our lives. Change will come when you least expect it, and we cannot change that it comes, and so we must be strong, resilient, and learn to keep perspective. I want to tell you all a story about perspective that I've carried with me for years, a powerful lesson taught to me by two Mexican immigrants whose daughter I taught when she was in grade 2 many, many years ago. Annabelle was a wonderful child. She was very kind, hardworking. She was a top student. She was really eager to learn English every day, and she would sit with her back very tall. She would watch me with her eyes no matter where I went. She was just an absolute pleasure and joy to have in my class. When parent-teacher conferences came, I was surprised to hear that Annabelle's parents were very, very worried about her. They were pleased to know that she was doing well in class, but their concerns were deeper still. You see, maestra, they told me in Spanish, we both have lived very hard lives. We walked thousands of miles on foot to enter the US, crossing the river at night to make it here. We work day and night at difficult jobs so that Annabelle can go to school and have a future. But maestra, we worry that Annabelle does not suffer enough. Her life is too easy. She has food every day, a comfortable house to live in, and an easy life in the United States. Could it be that without enough struggle, she will not be strong enough? Annabelle's parents asked me. In my mind, the wisest words ever spoken. Was Annabelle's comfort her greatest weakness? At the peak of the pandemic, I read an article from a psychologist who said, "Heaven help the adult for whom the pandemic is the first real struggle they've ever encountered." In Julia Alvarez's memoir, A Wedding in Haiti, she seeks to answer the question that haunts her, coming from a life on a beautiful coffee farm in the Dominican Republic with the suffering of the Haitian people at her doorstep. Once we see a thing, she asks herself, what is our obligation? Her Haitian worker, Piti, on their journey to his wedding in Haiti, and upon her being shocked that he would undergo an experience she found too difficult, "You," his looks said to her, "you look upon difficult tasks like a person who has a choice to do otherwise." A UWC Thailand grad must go out into the world with a strong identity and a firm purpose. We must not forget from where and from whom we have come. Our roots, we carry them with us, and they nurture and they inform us. As we go through life, whether our struggles have been from the very beginning or at different points in our journey, we must strive to find our strength from these challenges, with the gratitude that the next challenge will not be our first, and so we will be more prepared to better face each challenge as it comes. And especially when our personal struggle is not acute, as Julia Alvarez has said, once we see a thing, the one thing we cannot do is turn away. I speak on behalf of our entire community here at UWC Thailand when I share with you, our dear grade 12 graduates, that we are counting on you to not turn away from what you see. The world is at no deficit, unfortunately, for great challenges, and you can play an important role each and every day as you participate civically, read thoroughly, stay involved and engaged, focus on strategic impact, and more than anything, as you keep your inner peace, as you seek to promote peace in the world. We will miss you terribly. We will be wishing you the very best from afar, and we place great hope in the many beautiful paths you will take. Congratulations to the UWC Thailand graduating class of 2022. And now, please join me in welcoming on stage our student speaker, Mr. Sumit Minalai, proudly representing his family, his home country of Nepal, and our UWC Thailand graduating class of 2022.
Thank you, Ruler. It's my honor to represent my grade and share a few things. If we look back at the beginning of grade 11, even getting to campus was a big challenge for most of us. On average, we arrived 2 to 3 months late. We had to start both grade 11 and 12 online. We had to endure the COVID lockdowns, online classes, and the ID exams. But now, here we are, all about to graduate. In our grade, we had a class that required 3 maths teachers to finish a single high school course. I think this explains the rigor of that subject. I believe Kruo Boy is an angel sent to us by the maths god. Without you, math analysis teacher would have destroyed us. You always say math is beautiful, math is satisfying. I don't know if that is true, but you definitely made our maths class fun and engaging. Kusilvana, your slides are the best. It filled us with joy and excitement. It made us eager to share what we did during our weekends, about our life in the boarding house, and how we are doing in our classes. Your classes gave me and my classmates the opportunity to share our happiness and pour our griefs at times. This might sound funny, but I think from you, more than chemistry, I have learned that no matter how stressful life gets, getting a new day in this wonderful world to get our act together is the most important thing to be grateful about. I feel this understanding is more helpful than understanding chemistry or any other science. Jeff, I believe the subject that you teach, physics, does justice to the efforts you put into teaching. You are very organized and plan your lessons beforehand. I believe you are the one who responds to emails the quickest. Though quite serious at times, you are very helpful. To Ron, this year's graduating class knows how challenging it was for you to start your journey in UWC with hybrid learning. I remember lessons when you would get muted for the whole time. And we are reminding you to unmute. No matter what others say, Ron, you are the best homeroom teacher. Everyone knows good breakfast is the start of a good day, but you are the only one who really believes that. And appreciate students choosing breakfast over timing. If you were not my homeroom teacher, I would have never gotten to eat proper breakfast during school. So you deserve a big thank you for being so considerate. To Heidi, we will miss your reminders to update our CAS portfolio. Kapil Mark to Kru Karno and Kru MT for teaching us Thai language, culture and its heritage. Kru Mary, I will miss those quick and snappy check-ins which lasted for 30 minutes. Once during breakfast, before you became the co-head of boarding, I was complaining about a lot of things happening in the boarding house. And then you asked me whether there is anything good about the boarding house or not. To that, I replied saying there is nothing good about the boarding house. But let me tell you the truth today, that I was completely wrong. Probably I had such an opinion back then because of some other mentors, or maybe just a frustration with coursework and online learning. But it was definitely a frustration and nothing true. There are a lot of good things about the boarding house, and you and Kru Bev being the co-head is one of them. For some of us, to not get COVID living in a boarding house like ours with such diverse variants available is quite an achievement. Moreover, we will miss the messages in the boarding group chat saying, hi, comfort check-in. We as a grade feel that after December, with the arrival of 24 new UWC Thailand students, our school became more vibrant and diverse. Though for 5 months, we feel grateful that we got the opportunity to be a part of a bigger UWC community. Grade 11s, as you head towards grade 12, let go of any differences that exist. And remember, we are UWC Thailand. You guys now have the opportunity to be the change you want to see in our school next year. The new grade 11s will look up to you, so be mindful of your actions and assist them to adapt to this wonderful community. Our high school journey started along with COVID. Now that we are graduating, we sincerely hope that alongside our high school journey, even the COVID comes to an end. we, the class of 2022, would like to express our deepest gratitude to all the members of our school board, our school's admissions team, especially to Wendy, who assisted us in getting our visas, fulfilling all the COVID requirements to get to Thailand. All the administrative staff and to Crew Colin, who has always been there to capture the best moments in our UWC journey. Before ending my speech, I want to thank our seniors, the class of 2021, who helped us settle into the life in UWC Thailand, and thank our previous head of boarding, Crew Andrew, and previous mentors like Crew Breda, Crew Leith, Crew Oli, who led the boarding through numerous COVID lockdowns. Now, I would like to call someone who has made life for DB teachers so easy because all the students know, no matter when the deadline is, you must submit your coursework before she opens managed bag in the morning. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our sweet and amazing DB coordinator, Crew Katie, to say a few words.
What can I say? You made it. You made it. It's hard for me to find the words to describe how this feels, so I once again resorted to poetry to try to convey my thoughts. I'm sorry. Again, I would like to remind all the literary experts in the room that I am, in fact, a biology teacher who last studied poetry in 1996. Grade 11s, you're going to have me. Students, you also know that any decent question begins with 3 words. To what extent? To what extent have you survived the Arabic? Finished exams with cramped hands, submitted IAs and BEs. Question theory of knowledge, reflected on CAS, stressed over deadlines, leaving most things until last. To what extent have you filled us with pride, giving speeches on conflict and pages on the ground, stood up for each other and what you think is right, pushed back on our viewpoints without too much of a fight? To what extent have you followed the rules? Like, worn the correct uniform, even down to your shoes, waited patiently for lunchtime, and done nothing wrong, except that one time you snuck out to the creature. To what extent have you done your best, swung your PB, beat everyone at chess, performed your own music or danced on a stage, exhibited your artwork, or been a force for change? To what extent have you made your life harder, engaging in public relationship drama? Tackled TV expeditions without food and in jeans, gone without sleep to watch Netflix on screen. To what extent will you remember this time? Think back to the blood, sweat and tears, mostly mine. Keep us in your thoughts and in your communications. Failure to do so will be a breach of regulations.
It's now the formal part of our graduation, so I would like to invite Crew Laurel back to the stage to help present our graduation certificates.
And before we begin, I would like to refer a bit to a part of the ceremony that you will see on stage. The UWC Pledge is a global engagement initiative encouraging UWC alumni to pass their UWC experience to future generations by giving back to their national committee, their school, or the wider movement, according to their circumstances in terms of time, treasure, and talent. Our graduating class of 2022 has already begun their journey of giving back to the UWC movement by after having personally benefited by arriving here today, and now giving a monetary pledge prior to today's event. As a final step during the presentation of the graduation certificates, students will sign their name to their class pledge, and by doing so, they confirm their commitment to yearly contribution of time, treasure, or talent to UWC Thailand, the broader UWC movement, or to their national committee. And now, I welcome Crew Chris on stage as he begins the reading of the names of the graduates. The names will be read out by the 3 homeroom teachers of the class of 2022, Crew Chris, Crew Ron, and Crew Mike, and one of our Aerosmith teachers, Crew Jess.
Copyright issue with one of the songs, and it cut the feed. Because there was a song that played, Facebook cut the feed. So I don't know if I stop it now or we lose or what. I don't know. Sorry.
Bamlak Moges Bodel. Cholara Chaiset Sumhan. Durin Kher Hussein. Daryl Mugabe Kema Chabayenzi. Diego Ilagan. Elise Nguyen. Dilalat Tarazi. Karma Roxanne. Linda Huang. Thanatip Tian Sawam. Trairat Harntowi Sompon.
Anya Golova. And Thomas Stacy.
Chicken musso, sherry, number chile.
ทำไงอ่ะพี่ลองเข้ามาก่อนแล้วลองแตะหน้าจอล็อกตัวมันจะได้หน้าจอล็อกยังไงต้องเหมือนแตะแล้วไม่ให้มันโรเตทที่กดเราคลิกไปเลยคลิกไปตอนนี้เลย
Hello dear.
ได้แล้วไม่ล็อกแล้วไม่ได้เลยก็ยังล็อก
J. Ryan Magnoli. Jose Eliano da Silva. Lithis Gwyneth Gamiao. Liv Saga Jacobson. Maria Livia Budkiewicz. Mohammed Aish. Fatia Mansur.
Jiwa Korn and Jiwa Wutipong. So, Vanarun Montrose. Although Farhan cannot be with us tonight, she's joining us live from Bangladesh. So, as Crew John walks her across the stage, please give her a huge round of applause. And Zoya Virani. Will the back row please be seated? Thank you.
Graduates, how does that sound?
How are we to do it?
Who of you thought you wouldn't be on this stage tonight?
Can you hold? But this is also filming, so it has to stay.
Okay. Say nothing. I'm going to address most of what I say to this spot, so please don't take offence if I have my back to you. Because right now, these are the most important people here, in our community. We're immensely proud of you in our community, and we can't wait to see how you go out there and you show the world what it means to come from this amazing place. It's been a really interesting 2 years. It's been really interesting to watch how the world has become more fixated by numbers over the last 2 years. The number of COVID cases, the number of high-risk contacts, the number of low-risk contacts, the number of medium-risk contacts, whatever a medium-risk contact is, the number of days you've had to spend in quarantine, the number of days you've had to spend without seeing family members, the number of days you've been stuck in quarantine with family members, lots of numbers. I think today's a really good day to reflect on some numbers, a good day to celebrate some numbers, to caution ourselves about focusing too much on certain numbers, and a great day to remind ourselves about the numbers that really matter. So let's first celebrate how many years we have been privileged to have these amazing young people on our campus. So graduates, can I ask you all to stand, please? This is how many years they have been with us. If you've been here at UWC Thailand for 1 year, please sit down. For 2 years, I taught this lot in grade 10. Amazing. For 3 years, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm going to embarrass Gar now just for a little bit. I'm sorry, but I get to. This was Garn's last high school report ever. There were 7 things on it. There were 7 subjects, and there were 7 effort levels. Can I carry on? If you'd said no, I would have carried on anyway, so thank you. The 7 effort levels, the only real thing that we can fully control, all 7, exceptional. The 6 IB subjects, bearing in mind the highest you can get is 7, just because. All of those 7s. And his TOK grade, A. It's like a perfect end of school report card, but that's nowhere near the most important thing. Okay? We love that you got that. We love that the effort was exceptional. The most impressive thing about all of that is you as a person. That's the most impressive thing. The most impressive thing about everything to us will not be the numbers, but will be you as people. That's what we remember, that's what's important to us above all else. It's been a privilege to spend this time with amazing human beings. Keep being them. Ooh. The other interesting number of the last 2 years is the number of days we have all been together. Grade 11 and 12 experience is 317 days of classroom time. 317. Of those 317, all students and all teachers were on campus together for 49 of those days. 66 of the 317 were fully online learning. And the rest of the 317 days were hybrid learning. Jay Brian, what's the maths on that? 202! I'm so glad you got that right. Everyone was like, please get it right. 202 of the 317 were hybrid learning, the hardest type of learning. That's when some people are in the classroom, some are online, scattered all around the world. That's sometimes the students are in class and the teachers online, sometimes from somewhere around the world. It's been a really, really challenging 2 years of learning, and yet here we are. What those numbers show is such resilience, and I said this to the grade 12s at their leaving assembly. I said that the greatest trait of the grade 12 class of 2022 is their kindness and their resilience when things are really hard. How kind they are to each other when things are tough. Take that with you. As Krulov said, take that with you. Yeah, appreciate that things are going to get harder, and take that kindness to yourself and others forward. We're amazingly proud of what you've achieved here. But let's celebrate as well everybody that's helped you get here. It's going to be hard with the lights, but just take a second and look into the audience and meet the gaze of somebody who's looking at you, somebody that's important to you, that's helped you along this journey, and just give them a nod of thanks, because they will really appreciate it. Me personally, I'm incredibly grateful to be surrounded by huge numbers of people here that have the dedication, resilience and passion to do the unbelievable job they do every day. Every adult I work with at this school is phenomenal, and they have my utmost and sincerest thanks. But let's celebrate some other numbers right now. Let's celebrate the first. You are the first cohort that Crew Katie has seen through grade 11 and 12 and have done the exams. And Crew Katie, you are incredible. They would not be here without you. You are patient, and you have a great sense of humour, and you have a great sense of humour, and you're patient, and you're patient, and you're patient, and you have a great sense of humour. Thankfully. Let's celebrate and recognise 12 days. 12 days. The number of days the boarding house kitchen would have passed a health inspection over the last 2 years. And let's celebrate 12 nights. 12 nights, the number of nights Natalia actually slept in the boarding house. And let's celebrate those 5 mornings. Those 5 mornings that Matt was actually on time to school. And let's celebrate way too many, especially in your first year. Way too many times Shaka played ABBA. Every single day. I have nothing against ABBA, but every single day, I am not going to thank you for that music. Let's celebrate campus. The number of days I had to remind you about uniform and shoes and masks and Crocs and slides and masks on Crocs. Swimmers, what is it about slides? I don't understand. You get out of the pool, you get changed, put shoes on. Crocs are not shoes. Grade 11s, Crocs are not shoes. And finally, campus. Campus are the number of people that walk into Crew Len's office for a chat, and then leave with a greater sense of calm, a greater sense of purpose, a greater sense of resilience, and a clear way forward. Len, you are the glue that holds us together. And finally, some words of wisdom, I hope. My final words are advice about numbers. Because in a world of numbers, as you all head off into wherever you go, please pay less attention to some numbers and pay more attention to the numbers that really matter. So I have 7 numbers for you that I think really matter. Number 1, it's not the number of followers on InstaTok or TikTok or whatever they're called these days that's most important. Yeah? Okay, there we go. It's the 1, 2, 3 or 4 people sitting right in front of you that matter most in that moment. Be present with the people that are there with you, not the people that are online. Number 2, the number of times you can self-reflect and you say, you know what? I was wrong. And it's so important that to be the number of times you choose to learn. You choose to look at yourself and say, to badly quote Maya Angelou, I've learned now. Now I know better, so I'm going to do better. Number 3, the number of times a week you actively practice gratitude. Actively practicing gratitude builds empathy, it builds understanding of self, and it builds understanding of others, and it builds compassion. Number 4, the number of times a week you help somebody, no matter how small. Even if it means you going out of your way to do so. Help people. Most important thing you can do in life. Number 5, especially my history lot, the number of places you get your information from. Yeah? If there's people that don't agree with you, go out and find those people. Listen to what they say. Try and understand their point of view as you reform your points of view. Multiple perspectives is what you need to better understand the world around us. Number 6, the number of people who you could call who would drop everything to be there with you. You might have some of those in the room. Those people, hold them close. There's not many of those people in your life, so if you have them, hold them close. And then think would you drop everything for and go to their help? Yeah? Stick with those people. Those people will be with you throughout your life. And number 7, the number of times you just stop. Take a breath. You be in the moment. As a great 80s movie character once said, this world moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it. So stop every now and again. You will often be measured against numbers, and sometimes that's okay. But I think the most important thing is that you measure yourself against you. Your hopes, your dreams, your effort levels, your aspirations, your responsibility to this world, to peace and a sustainable future. Measure yourself against these. Be forgiving of yourself at times, but as Cindy said earlier, live up to what you sign up to. So sign up to pursuing those important numbers in life. Sign up to going out there and being the best human being that you can be. As we near the end of our graduation ceremony, I'd like to invite you all, if you're here, to our reception in the secondary building. There'll be a photo booth there where you can have pictures with your new graduates. Class of 2022. It's been a real honour. Be well, stay safe, come back, visit us often. To everyone at home on the live stream, and everyone here in person, I give to you the graduates of United World College Thailand class of 2022.